to the Aquarian Alchemist Tarot. Today's reading is going to be with this beautiful Enchanted map oracle card deck. We're going to choose 3 piles. I'm going to have some crystals in there, and we're going to ask, what is our main soul attribute? This is going to be the soul attribute that shines through most in this lifetime for you. And we're also going to explore any blocks that you may be facing and possible solutions for overcoming these blocks so that that attribute can really shine through. Now, what I thought I would do to start is to really just ground our energy. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes. And what we're going to do is we're just going to imagine that the soles of our feet have opened up and roots are sprouting from the soles of our feet. And they're beginning to travel through the floor beneath us, through as many floors as there are beneath us. Imagine it traveling through the boards and out the ceiling and through the next floor, through the basement or the lowest floor of your dwelling, into the ground, and then through the soil, through the clay, down through any water, and into the center of the earth. And the center of the earth may be magma, it may be center earth, if that's something that you believe in, and it could be beautiful, lush jungles. So just allow your roots to keep going. You can also send down your grounding cord from your tailbone in the same manner. Send them down, 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 and then anchor around something. It could be a tree, it could be a rock. Just send those roots around and around and around so that they are solidly attached. And now I want you to open your eyes, and we're going to pick our piles. Spirit, I ask you to come in and assist us with this reading, giving our viewers clear, concise messages on what their main soul attribute is, any challenges coming their way, thank you, and how they may overcome these challenges, what types of solutions that one came furiously out. Center them a little bit here. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Thank you. Oh, this one's peeking out. All right, here we go. We're going to turn them over. Pile number 1, wide open. Got a beautiful butterfly in the corner there. Beautiful woman on the top of a mountain. Wide open. Pile number 2, Dragon's Lair. Pile number 3, Rescue. This one's a little bit finer details. We've got a little mushroom here. A woman there. Got this beautiful rainbow smoke coming out the chimney, and then this little balloon. Okay. If you like to pick with crystals, give me just a moment and I will put the crystals in. If you want to skip right to your timestamp, feel free to do that as well. So we have this beautiful pyrite, I believe it is, or Zenite. Hopefully I got it right. I checked it a few times. Okay, that's going to be the first pile. And then we have this druzy clear quartz geode. And then we have this tiger's eye. It's going to be pile number 3. Okay, so pick your pile, whichever one you're most drawn to. The first instinct is usually the right one. You can be drawn to more than one pile, and feel free to listen to all of them if you'd like. Okay, so we're going to pick the piles now. We're using the I Am Affirmation deck. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our piles. What is your main soul attribute? This could be bringing through an attribute that you're already embodying, or one that you would like to embody or need to embody in order to really do your best soul work. Okay. And one more card, please, Spirit. Okay. Next, we're going to do, I'm going to do two more of the Enchanted map. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit. This one's peeking out here. Thank you. We're going to use the Starseed Oracle deck as well. Okay. Oh, got one. 3 of those. Excuse me. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our viewers here. Okay, and then we're going to get your tarot cards ready. We're using the Divine Tarot of the Divine deck, which is one of my very favorites. Popped back in there. Ooh. Sometimes they come out really forcefully. Clear, concise, accurate messages, source. Thank you. What did I do here? Okay. All right. So we're gonna. Hi, pile number 1. You chose the card Wide Open. Along with the Dravite. Check the name, Dravite. Okay, let's see what your cards say about your soul attribute, your main soul attribute. Your affirmation card. I am resilient. I have the power to bounce back from any situation. This is a wonderful attribute, especially in the world that we live in. Our current reality is a bit chaotic in some parts of the world, so resilience is definitely a superpower right now, and being open to that power, being open to change, is really going to help you a lot to fulfill your purpose here as a soul and what you came here to learn. So let's have a look at the rest of your Enchanted map oracle cards. Education. Okay. And Gentle Gardener. Okay. So to me, those are guiding you in the direction to keep learning. You never stop learning. We're always like, that's why we came here as souls, to learn, to grow, to get stuff right that we don't feel that we did in the best way in a previous lifetime or previous lifetimes. So being open is wonderful because you are not afraid to go out and look for new information. You're not afraid to consider different options. You're not opposed to different perspectives, and this is really important and difficult, but really important, especially right now with such a polarizing experience that we're having as a collective, is such a polarizing reality that we're experiencing right now. So being open is a superpower. Being resilient is a superpower because you are able to withstand the pressure, and the pressure is what helps open us up. It is what helps us to grow and to help others to wake up as well and to grow as souls. Gentle Gardener tells me that you are tending to patiently to the garden of your life. You are making that connection with source and your own soul and your higher self, and you are learning to blossom that relationship, or allow that relationship or that connection to really blossom in your life. Okay, let's take a look and get a bigger picture here of your soul's main attribute, or your soul's main attribute, with these Starseed Oracle cards. So we have deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Wow. So I'm getting a sense that part of your journey is going to be, and I think part of all of our journeys will be, to really do the work to heal our wounds from past life trauma, generational trauma. And this is part of your unique gift, is as you're resilient, that you're going to actually step up and do the work, and you're not going to be afraid. You're going to be wide open to this type of healing, to accepting the healing, to looking for different ways to heal, to accepting the beautiful energy coming from source, to making that connection, to learning new ways to make that connection, and being patient and tending to that garden and to that healing. Okay, let's see what else we have for you. Your life is a canvas, manifestation, creative accountability, and that could be part of your healing journey, is your creativity, or really being called to find new ways to solve old problems. Because if we keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that's insanity. So I get the sense that you're really going to it's going to begin to be clear to you what your purpose is, what your strengths are, which is your resilience and your openness and your ability to learn new things and to integrate those, and then to share it with others, because there are so many ways that you can share your gifts with others that will help them to wake up, that will help them to heal themselves. Just really encourage others, that service to others aspect. The last one here, messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. Okay, so part of healing, in my opinion, is really just learning to balance the different energies, to put up energetic boundaries so that you're not constantly taking in other people's energy, so that you are impervious to any negative energy, in the sense that you're able to allow it to bounce off of you, so that it doesn't consume you and impede your spiritual healing and your spiritual growth. But you can also see it as a learning experience. I'm going to just check the book because we've got some mentions of different energies, and I just want to give you a better idea of what those mean. Better than I could remember, because this is still quite new to me. So we're going to look at the Arcturus energy, which is the Arcturian star race. And I'll just read that out to you just to give you a better idea. Your body knows how to heal. Healing is your natural state. Physical and emotional disharmony can be a reflection of how the world, inner and outer, has been out of alignment. If you're suffering from a mystery or chronic illness, don't allow yourself to think you've done something wrong. The Arcturians are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. They want you to know it's possible to feel vibrant in your body and well in your skin, to have your cells return to everessence and vitality, to find calmness and contentedness, to have a soothed nervous system and a tranquil heart. And this is really actually so important, especially with what we've just been through in the last 2 years. We've gone through a period of time where we did not trust our immune systems to do the work. We did not trust our natural immunity. We just really lost that sense of trust. We just let fear take over, and we let the outside world really dictate what was going on within us. But it's the opposite. The inner world influences the outer world. It's backwards. It's reversed. So you're being called to remember this is something that your soul already knows. But when we come into this life, we agree to forget. For some, it's more temporary than for others. Some people wake up and remember these things or just sense them a little sooner, but there's nothing wrong with it either way. It's important to remember that we can be healthy without so much outer intervention. I really absolutely believe this, and I have seen this in my own life. Messenger. Okay, let's check out the Sirius energy. Okay, here we go. You're part of the lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetimes to the upliftment of the planet, to returning time and again to seed the light, the crystalline ones, the ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in, to honor both the sacred feminine and masculine, to usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Sirius. Often appearing a shade of blue, they hold the frequency of pure love and are here to help the masculine and feminine exist in harmony, to ensure greater balance, to help us see that we're all connected and that the masculine and feminine energies exist within us all. So this is really driving home, I think, the point of oneness, of dark and light existing in the same body. The duality is an illusion. It's part of the 3D world. We need it, but it is really just one, right? Like if you think of the earth, we have darkness and light. We have day and night, but we have darkness and light happening at the same time simultaneously, but only one earth. And they're both possible to exist both within one earth and within each of us. And so it's really important that we remember that harmony and balance are possible. We can have a balance between those dark and light. It doesn't have to be just one or just the other. We have to learn to balance the two. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So we've got King of Wands, Nine of Swords, the Tower, Four of Cups, Four of Wands, Queen of Coins. And I'm just going to shift these a little bit so that we can see the full picture here. And just take a look for some synchronicities within the cards as well. That should be good. Okay. Part of the tools that we have available to us for healing is the sun, the great central sun. Part of being a light worker is anchoring the light. And I'm getting the message that you are ready with your resilience, with your openness, with your connection to the different energies of the star races, that you are getting ready to take on a big project for the light. And this tells me that anchoring the light is something that you're ready for. And you can do this by imagining, sitting quietly, closing your eyes and imagining a pillar of light coming down, whatever color that you feel drawn to, coming down from the great central sun. And you can call upon any spiritual guides that you work with. Could be archangels, could be one of the star races, could be your guardian angel, spirit guides, that you call them down and call down that pillar of light, that beautiful pillar of light. You can either use a crystal like this one to anchor the light into. So hold the crystal in your hand and call the light into the crystal, or you can call the light into your crown chakra at the very top of your head. And then you can imagine that it connects with your crown chakra, down to your third eye chakra, down to your throat chakra, down to your heart chakra, and anchors there. And then imagine a light coming up from the center of the earth. You can call upon Archangel Sandalphon to help with this. Pulling that light up from the center of Mother Gaia, through your feet, up through your legs, connecting with your root chakra at the base of your spine, then up to just below your belly button with your sacral chakra, then up just above your belly button to your solar plexus chakra, then up to your heart chakra, anchoring along with the light from above. As above, so below. And you can imagine that those lights mingle, and then you can blast that light out to anywhere that you feel needs help. You can do the same with the light that you infuse and anchor into the crystal, and that can really help to spread light to all the places that need it. And this one tells me that you may become preoccupied with your journey to anchor the light and to help others may really absorb your time and your efforts. It may separate you from relationships that are no longer resonating, people who just don't understand. maybe don't respect your boundaries because they just don't understand where you are. They don't understand why you believe the things you do, or why the things that you find important are important to you. And this may be difficult to work with that loss or to accept it, but just send them love. Just bless them. You can use the loving kindness. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be at peace. And just understand that sometimes relationships just need space to breathe. Sometimes they need to come to the conclusions on their own. They're on a different path. It may take some time before they understand. They may never understand. But fulfilling your mission, if that's important to you for your soul growth, then you need to learn that there may be there may be collateral damage along the way. It's not to say that you should be hurting people, but you may inadvertently hurt them because you're not available in the way that you once were for them, and you're not available, to be their punching bag, maybe to be their scapegoat, to be the person that they run to every time they have a problem. So it can be difficult. And this, I think this really, it's going to bring up a lot of emotions in you. It's going to really cause a fire to burn within you. It could be a lot of anger surfacing that maybe has been repressed for a long time. You may be casting people out of your life in a way. But you don't need to be the victim. You don't need to see yourself as a victim or a martyr. You can just be present with these emotions and let them flow through, and just really realize that there will be challenges in life. There will be difficult decisions to be made, and you will make them as best you can because you're resilient, you're open, you're strong, and you do have the patience to really cultivate the relationships that are going to matter, and really nourish your soul. And some of those relationships, it's going to feel really difficult to let go of them, pile number one, but I think that in the end you will learn that it's going to help you in the long run to achieve the goals that you came here to achieve as a soul, and the lessons that you came here to learn and to master. And I get the sense of you're going to learn to find a love of solitude. It's not that you have to walk this entire path by yourself, but you're going to begin to appreciate the times that you're alone, to appreciate time to recharge your batteries, to find time to really connect with spirit, and to really be present in the moment. I get the sense that you're going to begin to see the beauty and the gift that comes with quiet, that comes with going within, that comes with spending time in nature, that comes with solitude. But after the period of isolation, after the period of going within and really learning about yourself, really learning to love yourself, then there's going to be community, there's going to be more love, there's going to be connection. It could be somebody coming into your life, somebody new. It could be a love interest, it could be a teacher, but somebody that's really going to mean a lot to you, and somebody, like, as you can see, somebody that may be quite different from you. They may look different, they may think differently, but in the end there's going to be a really strong connection. It could be something that is just coming in quickly to teach you something. It could be something longer lasting. It depends what what you're needing in your life at this point. And Source really does consider those things, what's going to be best for your growth. And trusting is the hardest part, but the most important. But it looks like in the end there will be success. You will have abundance of, I'm getting self-confidence. You will begin to trust your inner guide. You will begin to trust those connections that you've made over this journey, and that it doesn't have to be always looked at as, challenge doesn't always have to be looked at as a bad thing. It can be looked at as education and you know, doing the work to bring things to fruition. And you'll really be able to take pride in the things that you've created. So let's do a few more tarot just to get a kind of a final message about your soul attribute, your main soul attribute. Clear, concise, accurate messages for a soul. Or spirits, what is this beautiful soul pile number 1's main soul attribute? The World. That is beautiful. You are very well-rounded. You are, if we look at the 4 elements of air, we have, is it earth, air, water, and fire. And we have in the center, we have love. Love is the 5th element. Everything together in oneness and peace and beauty and duality. And you're able to connect all of those into one. So you are a very well-rounded soul. You have gifts that really bring people together. They tie up loose ends. This one is the 4 of Cups, and then we have the 4 of Swords. So you may be hesitant to, what can I do for you? What is it? You can talk for a second, I'll just edit it out.
There's something funny in this video. Mom, did you hear it? Did you hear it? Wait, what? No, that's not it. Not it. What's this? Thanks, Mom.
Can you close the door?
Yes, I could.
Come on, Abs.
Buffy's cat. This is yummy. Oh, goodbye. I feel.
So we have the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. And this tells me that there's going to be some challenges. You may not be able to see the gifts that are presented in front of you. You may have times where you see something in your life that really upsets you, that you feel should be different, and you kind of harden your heart to it, because it's just, you don't understand why it is the way it is, or why people act a certain way. That's really, you feel, not the way it should be. But the thing is that you're refusing to see what's actually good as well. So try really hard to, not accept, but allow things to be the way that they are, because we're not able to change the outer world as much as we might want to directly. We need to make the changes within ourselves to see the outer reflection of that growth and that change. And so you're being called to really see the grace that God has already given, to see that there are already things that are going the way you want. You just have to look for them to see the gifts, and that being present is really, really a big part of that. And don't let yourself be dragged down or destroyed or discouraged too much by these perceived wrongs. Judging is really unhelpful. It's very natural, but it's unhelpful if we want to see the beautiful vision that we have as starseeds come to fruition. So I really challenge you to dig deep when things get hard, and just allow things to be the way they are. Allow yourself to feel the way you feel about it, and then to begin to look at it from different perspectives and try to see what is positive about it, and really focus your energy on that, and focus your energy on how you would like it to be versus how it is as well. Okay, pile number 1, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss a video when I post, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, pile number 1. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me, and you chose Dragon's Lair with this Druzy quartz. Let's take a look at your cards, and the question today is, what is your main soul attribute? All right, so your I am card. I am fearless. I dive into life with boldness and freedom. This really speaks to the card that you chose, because the Dragon's Lair looks kind of a little bit scary, but if you are a fearless leader, if you are a fearless fighter, then you would not be intimidated to go in and get whatever you needed to get here, whether it be a prize or a lesson or save somebody. So this is good. This is a good direction, pile number 2. Okay, we're going to look at your other 2 Enchanted map cards. What have we got? We've got home. Got some birds. Got some fairies or pixies. Beautiful window and door. We've got a clock, and it looks like a bird feeder. Welcome life. Okay. Welcome home, or home. And then we've got coming apart. Okay. So I get the sense, pile number 2, that you are always on a journey. You're always looking for where you belong. You're always looking for a new mission, you may be somebody who dives easily into new hobbies, new adventures. You probably love to travel. It could be because you're always searching for a place. A lot of starseeds have this, where they just don't feel quite at home. So they're looking for a home somewhere in the world or in other people, and this is something that you may really be on a quest for. I get the sense of like, you chose this card, you're fearless, you're on a quest, you're looking for where do you belong, where do you fit in, what is your purpose here. Coming apart tells me that you're encountering different patterns that are really, you're beginning to decipher the patterns of your soul, that your soul came here to explore, and things, the facade that you've kind of been portraying to people, it may be on social media, in your real life, the masks that you've worn to really say, I'm living this perfect life and everything is great, have really been slowly starting to crumble. And the truth is that, you are feeling a bit lost. Even though you're not scared to dive in, you still do have some areas where you're not willing to show your true self. You don't feel safe to show your true self in some circumstances. Around some people, it may take you a while to really warm up to people, and to really share your heart with them and to be vulnerable. And this is normal. A lot of us have these things come up where we want to protect ourselves from pain. We don't want to risk being hurt. So let's see what your Starseed Oracle cards say. The first one is Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Okay, beautiful. I'm just going to shift these up slightly so we have space. Okay. Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Okay, so these really, really speak volumes with the other cards. So you're looking for home. Things are starting to unravel. You are very, very strong person. I get the sense that you're a leader, and you are not afraid to charge in and take ownership for things, take responsibility. But you are looking. You're still always searching for that home. And what I'm getting from Spirit is that you're looking everywhere for this sense of belonging, for this sense of self, for this sense of home, except within you. All of the answers to the questions you have are inside your heart. They're in you. And it can seem like you may have a sense that time is running out. Maybe you're waiting to start a family. Maybe you're waiting to open that business that you've always wanted to open. Maybe you're just feeling this sense of urgency, but also not ready to commit because you haven't found that place of belonging. Maybe you haven't found what your purpose or mission is, but you're being called to go within. That's where the solutions to your perceived problems are. Let things fall apart. Go inside. The outer world is not your main priority. Your main priority is your connection with Spirit or God or the universe, your source. All of the knowledge that you need is within. It may be difficult to fathom that because we're so used to Googling stuff. When we need an answer to something, we don't tend to trust our inner guidance. We don't tend to reach out to God or the archangels or our spirit guides. When we need help, when we're in trouble, we reach out to people, and it's not bad to have a good support system in the physical world, but we need to remember that a lot of our power comes from from source. When we're connected with source, our power is infinite. And trusting the timing, trusting that you came here at the right time and everything is happening in exactly the right timing and sequence of events, and that good things are coming. But if you're always focused on the lack of those things that you want, instead of being aware of what you have and being grateful that it's coming at the time that it's going to be right for you, then you can really, really savor the journey, savor the delayed gratification of what you want slowly coming to fruition, because it's going to be that much sweeter when it actually does present itself in reality. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. This is beautiful reading, pile number 2. You have like some crazy stuff coming. I can really feel it from this. Like, you have, I know, going within, like, somebody tells you to meditate or the answers are within you, and it's just, sometimes you're just like, that is not helpful whatsoever. Like, I just don't understand how that could be possible, how that, I'm so used to outsourcing all of my questions, the answers to all of my questions, but we're really, as a collective, we're really being called to trust in the innate wisdom that is within us all. But it can be difficult in practice. Trusting is not an easy thing. We have a 10 of coins. We have a 4 of swords, 2 of coins, 2 of wands, 7 of coins, death. Okay. So I get the sense that you're hiding something. It could be you're hiding something from yourself. Could be that you're hiding something from others. Or it could be both. It could, but I think the thing to remember is you cannot hide anything from Spirit. Spirit knows what's on your heart. Spirit knows your struggles, and Spirit doesn't judge you as much as we may feel that way, depending on how we were brought up, what religions we were brought up in. Spirit is you. You are Spirit. It is just, if you think of it this way, the ocean is Spirit, and you are a drop or a cup of water from Spirit. And if you pour that cup in, or that drop goes back into the ocean doesn't reject it. Even if it's, picked up something along the way. Let's say it landed on something that might be harmful, toxic pesticide. The ocean still accepts it back in. It doesn't reject it. It doesn't say, go away, I don't want you. It assimilates back in because it is a part of it. And I guess sometimes when we're separate from Spirit, we can pick up kind of bad habits or toxic things. And I think the more disconnected we are from source, the less we trust that our body knows what to do, how to heal itself, or that we know the answer to a question. We trust that things are going to work out. Sometimes when we're disconnected, things just don't seem to work. And it's that lack of trust, that lack of connection with what really powers us energetically, spiritually. and it's like she is under this beautiful bright window with this tiny candle. It's like she's outside somewhere that could really provide her with warmth and comfort. She's right outside of a church, but she's sitting there in the cold, freezing with this tiny light when, really she could be within this beautiful, warm, welcoming place. But she just, for some reason, doesn't feel like that would be possible or safe for her. So I think what we need to kind of make the comparison of is, you are safe within spirit, but you have to be willing to accept that help. You have to be willing to walk in through the doors, and those doors are really within you, because that's where our spirit is. Spirit is within you. So if we each say yes and we open the door and walk through, then we can have that connection again. And it's always, the doors are always, always open, but we have to say yes. And this is another example of you holding yourself back from your own healing, of holding yourself back from the good that could be in your life. You're tied up and you may think that somebody else did it, but in the end, we are always our own captors, with how we're perceiving the world around us. If you perceive the world around you to be hostile and angry, it's a lot of a reflection of what's going on within you. Maybe you're holding on to past trauma. Maybe you're suppressing emotions and building resentment within your body, and then blaming other people for it. But we have control of what we hold on to and what we don't when we become aware of it. It's really important to cut those cords that are holding us down, because we have the power to do that. And you may be feeling weighed down by responsibilities in your life. You may be unable to see how protected and loved you really are. But it's just a matter of being able to become aware of the patterns, being able to release what's within you that is no longer serving you, the negative emotions. Allow them to flow, allow them to be there, and they will pass through. But if you try to avoid them, try to escape them, try to suppress them, they will remain trapped within your body and lead to problems for you, lead to disease. So it's really important to realize the wealth that we have at our fingertips, and the abundance that is always there and in existence, but just being accepting and loving of that abundance that we already have. And really, that allows more to be drawn to us. There may be two different paths. You may be coming to a crossroads in your life, and it may be difficult to determine which way to go. This, to me, is signifying kind of a simple life, or your simpler youthful years versus your older, more successful years, where you have more things, you have more responsibility. But it may be also coming to a crossroads and needing to make a decision between the life that has been kind of laid out, is simple, is possibly more lucrative, just following the 9 to 5 grind, working for somebody else, working 40 hours a week and then having a small amount of downtime, having a family. And there's nothing wrong with these things. It's more when you're not open to following your inner guide and kind of breaking up the monotony that can come with that path of having a higher purpose and following that higher purpose within the sort of the confines of the life that you've chosen for yourself. It's possible to have a bit of both. You don't have to completely abandon your family and friends and all your possessions to fulfill your mission or your purpose in this life, but it's about having a balance between them. And sometimes you're going to come to crossroads where you have to make a decision, and it can seem like one is more preferable than the other because it's within your comfort zone. But sometimes choosing the path that seems more challenging could be more desirable in the outcome, especially for your soul. Okay, we have the 7 of coins and a death card. What I'm getting from this is just the really difficult time we have with duality. We're in a time of polarization where there's a lot of us versus them, me versus you, war, constant threats to our health, perceived threats to our health. I'm better than you. My decision is the right one. Yours is wrong. And this can really be so detrimental to our aspirations of unity and peace and compassion and love. And it's really just coming from a place of fear of the unknown, when you're not realizing how safe you really are and you don't have that connection with source. You can really feel out of control. And when you feel out of control, you want to try your hardest to control everything that's going on so that you can feel safe. But the more you try to control, the more things seem to go awry. And I'm getting the sense that it's always bigger and scarier than you really, it always is bigger and scarier in your mind than it is in reality. That it looks a certain way, but when you pull back the curtain, when you pull back the veil, when you look deeper and you really see it from a heightened perspective, you realize that it really wasn't as bad as you thought. It was just a story that you were telling yourself. It was just an illusion that you were believing that wasn't really as bad in reality as you thought. And so you're really being called to begin to question things and begin to see things from a bird's eye view versus an ant's eye view. Like, just see everything from a heightened perspective as much as you can, like Source would. I'm gonna just shuffle up. We've got the Strength card. And this is a beautiful balance between too much and too little. We have Knight of Cups. And this one's peeking out here for 3 of Wands. Okay, pile number 2. So you chose the Dragon's Lair. You have the strength, but the strength doesn't have to be force. It is a balance. It is finding that balance between too much and not enough. And you have the power to do that when you look within and realize that you are in control. If you go in and open the door and accept the help and the connection with spirit, or if you decide to go it alone, it is your choice. And realizing that the cup is as full or empty as you see it to be. You are the one who has the power to fill it up. And if the cup feels empty, it may be because you're not connected with your strength. You're not connected with source or spirit. And don't forget to look back on all that you've done and all that you've learned with a perspective of grace, of appreciation for the strength that you have, for the things that you've done that were hard, but you made it through. Don't underestimate the growth that you've had, because just like you see things differently when you get up closer, when you can look back on things, you can see them in two ways. You can see them as a big mistake that you messed up, or you can see it as, yeah, I didn't do that exactly as I wanted, but I learned something from it, and now I'm coming back and doing it again with that enhanced knowledge. Okay, so that is it for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this reading was helpful. I know you're going to do great things, and please give me a like if you enjoyed it. Click subscribe and turn on the notifications if you want to get messages when I post new videos so you don't miss one. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye, pile number 2. Hi, pile number 3. You chose the rescue card along with the tiger's eye. So let's get into your reading. What is your main soul attribute? We're going to explore that, what challenges may be coming your way, and what the solutions may be from your soul guides, spirit guides. I am ready. I can handle anything life throws at me. Okay. So you feel like you're in need of rescue, but we're getting an affirmation that you're ready. You're ready for these challenges. You're going to rescue yourself, pile number 3. Okay, let's take a look at your 2 other Enchanted Map Oracle cards. We have unexpected visitors. Ooh, maybe somebody is coming in. You're ready for rescue. Maybe you're ready to have somebody help you out. Maybe you're not somebody who typically accepts help from others. Sometimes it can be hard for us to accept help. Slow and steady. Okay, this is interesting. I love this. So you're ready for it, but you're also willing to accept help, willing to take what comes. You're expecting the unexpected. What are you in need of rescue from? You're willing to take the time to do things, I guess, the right way, shall we say, or the soul, maybe according to your soul guidance. You're willing to take that. You're willing to take that help to get you to the next level or to find your purpose. Yeah, you're really open to maybe to a new way of doing things. Maybe in the past you were waiting to be rescued, and now you're ready to work with source to rescue yourself. Okay, let's see what your Starseed Oracle cards say. First one is We the Hathors, Deep Love, Mother's Milk, Birth as a Portal. Okay. We have the Sea of Mintaka, Seeing Potential, Bringing Unconsciousness to Light. And then we have Waite. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. Okay, so that's really confirming the slow and steady. So don't rush into anything. Definitely you're going to be ready and you're going to accept help when it comes if needed. If you get into trouble, you're willing to be rescued or rescue yourself or work together with somebody, but you are going to wait until the time is right and you're going to take things slow. This is important to be able to tune into the divine timing, to trust that things are working out when the time is right, and that you're not in a rush. I'm getting the sense that you really are ready for some nurturing, whether it be nurturing your inner child, your inner adolescent, going back to those times where you may have experienced trauma in your life as on this particular soul journey, or past soul journeys that you may have had, past incarnations, and just really nourish the inner child and help to right those wrongs that have happened to you, and comfort the hurt part of your soul so that you can unlock your potential, bringing unconsciousness to light, shining the light on the dark parts, the parts of you that were hurt, the parts of you that were let down, abandoned, discounted, not seen, the parts of you that felt just really left out in the cold and unloved, unlovable. I'm just going to check what it has to say about the Hathors and the Sea of Mintaka, because it's nice to get a little bit of context with these areas that I'm not so familiar with. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the Cosmic Mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the Mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on Earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the Mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and to surrender your own creations, to hold and to be held. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, and we have the Seas of Mintaka. Mintaka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine, so clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. The Seas of Mintaka card represents this crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Mintakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everything and everyone. Wow. So looking at this, you're ready to open up. I'm getting the sense like you are somebody who is very open to new ideas. You're open to change and diving in, but I get the sense that you have some sore spots that need tending, some patterns that may be unconscious, but that clarity of those patterns and why you're doing the things you're doing, and mending those parts of you and loving and integrating those parts of you that may have been rejected or shrouded in darkness or in the closet, so to speak. But I get the sense that it's something that's going to be slow, a slow process of opening to these aspects of yourself, to slowly integrating these aspects of yourself that have been rejected or been left out. and just being really patient with the process, because it's about the journey as a soul, not the end destination, right? When you get to the destination, it's like you have a trip coming and you're so excited and you're thinking about it and you're preparing, you're getting your list, and then you're packing, and then you're thinking and planning all the places you're going to go. And then, but you're so focused. I just want to be there. I just want it to be there. And you've got a countdown going. And then you get there, and then the week just flies by and you enjoy yourself. But then you're on the plane going home, or in the car going home, and you're like, it's over now. And you have that sort of sadness of like loss. But it's, you know, it's part of the excitement, is the planning stage, is the it's not here yet, and just savoring that sort of journey to getting there. And then when you're there, just really being present as much as possible, because you know that it won't last forever, and you know that once it's over, that experience is done. I mean, you still have the memories of it. You can still relive it if you want, or you can plan the next adventure, but everything is fleeting. So we just really anchoring into the present is going to be really, really important, and taking things slow and steady and not rushing ahead to the next thing is going to be really key for you in really just getting the most out of your journey. Okay, let's see what your tarot cards say. So we have strength, Six of Wands, King of Swords, Eight of Coins, the Moon, Eight of Swords. Okay. So I see, I kind of see a journey, a flow of moments when you feel strong, challenged but strong, moments when you feel proud of yourself, moments when you feel angry and spiteful, moments when you feel defeated and just really sad and upset and angry and just full of kind of negativity about your situation, just really feeling just beaten down, moments of reflection, moments of sadness, and just going within and really feeling kind of sorry for yourself, sorry for your situations, just really overcome by your struggles. But this is part of the journey. It's ups and downs, and just I'm getting a sense that you're really being called to go with the flow of these ups and downs, and just to be really cognizant of how are you accepting the current moment, the current reality, what's currently going on in your life. Just really being in a kayak, and sometimes you paddle a little bit, but you're really going with the current rather than against it. It's going to make things a lot easier. It's not an easy journey, but the more you can allow and the more you can flow and realize that you are strong, you are proud, you are confident, you are a warrior. You do have hard times. There's times when you can reflect on the past and see the patterns and see the journey that you're on and get an idea of where you want to go. And then there's times when you're just going to really just want to curl up into a ball. But these are the times that you really need to give yourself grace and really give yourself that mothering and that protection, but also let spirit come in. Call in spirit. Say, Spirit, I need help. I can't. I give this to you. I have this problem and I don't know what to do. I don't know the solution. I feel powerless. I feel out of control, and I trust and be ready for that help to come in. Be ready to be rescued by Source. Be ready for that loving embrace of Mother Earth to come in, the unknown, unexpected visitor. Be open to miracles, but be patient, and know that you may need to wait. There may be waiting involved. Okay, let's do a few more. Let's do a few more cards for you here. So you know what? I'm just going to read the rescue card just to give you some more insight. Just looking for some more insight on that. You are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help on whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask and assistance will come your way. And this is about giving your problems and giving your struggles to that higher self within you, that higher power that can see things from a heightened perspective. They're not on the ground level. They see everything. Spirit sees it all and can really take those problems and provide you with solutions if you're willing to be patient. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic. So you're not alone. You may feel alone. You may feel like you're doing this by yourself, and you've got to struggle, and it has to be hard, and all these negative self-talk that comes up when you find yourself in a dark spot. But remember, the light is always there within you. Just have to open up to it. Open that door. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There's no need to fear. Safety is a place within. That connection is within you and always there, always available. The door is always open. You just have to be willing to walk through it. Spirit, can we get a little more clarification for pile number 3 on what their soul attribute is? Thank you. We have the Hanged Man, the Star, and the Six of Cups. Okay, so we need to realize, and you need to realize this, that you are the one often holding yourself back from what you want, what your potential is. And this could be because you're not allowing that connection with the divine, because you're trying to do it all by yourself. It's like trying to put a square peg in a round hole. It's not going to work. If you're feeling depleted, if you're feeling like you don't have the energy to pursue the things you want to pursue, maybe you have, you want to be an entrepreneur, but you're working a 9-to-5 job and you really don't feel like you have the energy to put into that secondary thing in order to make it your primary someday. Draw on the help of the divine. Draw on God to help you fill up your cup, right? But also be aware of the gifts that you have, of the things that, anything in your life that you see come in. It's like, be aware of all these little gifts. Like, I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm grateful that I have a bed to sleep in. I'm grateful that I have hot water so that I can have a shower every day. And I wish that for other people, because not everybody has that. I'm grateful that I have food to eat, and that I was able to afford to buy this food, and that I have a stove to cook this food, and that I have a pot to put the food in to cook it. Like, there's so many things that we take for granted. And the connection to source can be like, you can have both, right? You can be connected to source and the real world, or reality. You can do your job and still be connected to the divine. And when you begin to see the blessings that you have, to share those blessings with other people, you have a lot, pile number 3, to share, a lot of love to share. Once your heart is open, it's just going to blast out all over the place, and you're really going to make a difference for people. You're really going to share that inner light and really light the way for others, who are ready to receive this help. Just remember, your connection to source is there, always with you. Carry it with you everywhere you go. It's not anywhere outside of you. Heaven is within you, in your heart. And if you can open up that heart space and allow that energy to flow in and out, to give love, to receive love, fill that cup up, you're going to be unstoppable. I know it. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope this reading was helpful. Your soul gift is really a beautiful thing. You have that strength, you have that openness, you have that patience, and you're going to do wonderful things with it. Pile number 3, I'm really excited for you. So if you enjoyed this reading and want to give me a like, I appreciate that so much. If you want to subscribe, if you're not already, turn on the notifications so you don't miss another video that I post. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thanks, pile number 3. Bye.